And that's exactly what's going to happen to your strands. If they not being fulfilled with moisture, they're going to step right on off your scalp. Welcome back to Reversal Clarity. Hair growth on the go, giving you all of the knowledge you need in order to successfully reverse your severe attraction alopecia, help you understand why it happened in the first place, how to prevent it from ever happening again, and what in the heck you need to do about it right now to fix it. So in today's video, I am going to try a different way to explain the difference between the hair porosities. So I get a lot of questions from people saying that they don't understand what their hair porosity is, they don't know exactly how to figure it out, and they don't even understand why it's important. If that is you, make sure you stick around to the end of the video so that you can get the understanding you need. Because what you don't understand is by not knowing your hair porosity, you're not going to be able to retain moisture. Not retaining moisture is going to make your hair fall out more. Moisture is the #1 way to make your strands stronger. Strong strands don't fall out and strong strands don't break. So if you are experiencing excessive dryness, you need to get moisture. You're not going to be able to get the moisture correctly to stay in your hair if you don't know your hair porosity, because then you don't know what treatments to do afterwards in order to make sure that it's right for your porosity. Because a lot of us have a love-hate relationship with their hair. Oh, it's just me? Oh, okay. She's moody. She's finicky. I never really can understand what the hell she's trying to tell me sometimes. And I just learned I just got to let her do her thing. And if she having a bad day, baby, she having a bad day, and that's just it. But a lot of times, it's not necessarily that she's having a bad day. It's that we are putting her in a bad mood. So when you're looking at your hair, you have to look at the love-hate relationship, and you have to give her the love that she needs, and then she will give you the visual that you're looking for and that you want. And that is why I want to introduce you to who your girlfriend is. You have to look at it as if you want to have an amazing lifelong relationship with her, just like you expect people to do with you. So if you meet somebody and they immediately come up and they slinging their thing all at you and trying to get you to you know, do some strange things for a piece of change or something, I might do it. Or I might be offended, depending on my personality. But in order to know what kind of girlfriend I am, you're going to have to date me to find that out, because it's not automatic. Especially when you already put her in a compromising position and she already losing strands. And you got the nerve to be slinging that thing at her. Right? You really want to start speaking her love language, which is basically her hair language. And she's going to tell you everything that you need to know in order to fit her. So let's talk about the 3 different types of girlfriends there are. And then maybe it can help you figure out what type of girlfriend you have. And then in the next video, I'm going to let you know the tips and tricks to making your girlfriend fall in love with you. The first girlfriend is Miss Dismissive. Sneeze wrong and you out the door. When you come and you step to her, if you don't step correctly, you can't stay. You got to go. You know, she like to have fun. She don't believe in necessarily holding on to nobody real quick. You make one wrong move, she about to boot you out. She ain't got time for no games. Matter of fact, she ain't come to play with you at all. And even if Miss Dismissive let you in, that don't mean you the only one that's going to be coming in. Everybody that come in, if you ain't right, you got to go. Anybody can come in. You could come in. Sure, you could come in. You can come in. You can come in. Oh, no, you can't stay, though. You got to go. Oh, no, you can't stay, though. You got to go. So when you come to her, you got to come to her correct, and you got to step right. And if you don't step right, she going to let you slide right on through. That is basically high porosity. High porosity hair, the cuticles are wide open. And so moisture comes to your hair and through your hair. It's like a chain link fence, basically. Moisture comes in and it goes out. Okay? High porosity hair is rarely related to genetics. It's normally related to some type of damage. And because you have high porosity hair and because your cuticles are gaped open, it's not going to hold on to your moisturizer. It's not going to hold on to water unless you do specific things to make sure that you retain that moisture. So anybody coming in, everybody getting out. Then we have girlfriend number 2, Miss Guarded. She not finna let you get close to her. What you doing up in here? Who told you could come in here? Where did you come from? How did you get here? Not like the loving song. This is low porosity hair. Low porosity hair ain't letting no water come in unless you do something to open her up. You can't just be coming up in here showing up with some kind of product because you done read some reviews and snapping it on me thinking I'm finna let this in. Who is this and who made it and what's in it? I got low porosity hair, and sometimes she be so stained. So basically, low porosity hair is, you can imagine, are like roof tiles. The whole purpose is to keep water out. You have to convince your cuticles to open to allow that moisture in. Once it's in, you have to also do something to make sure that they stay. However, they're going to close right back down once they let them in, because they ain't letting nobody else in. It's a limited capacity up in here. You know, we too full on this strand. Literally. Let me explain it to you. So when you have low porosity hair, your cuticles are so tight together that they're overlapping. And because they're overlapping, they're not letting any water in. They're not letting anything in, really, because the spaces on your strand are already packed tight together. So that's why it's so difficult to put something on and for it to absorb it, because there's not enough room. So you have to do something to allow them to open to make room for your products. Type 1 and type 2, if you're not doing the right things in order to make sure that the moisture stays, your hair is going to be dry. Dry hair is weak and brittle. And when it's weak and brittle, it breaks more easily and it falls out more. Moisture is the number one way to make your strand stronger. Strong strands don't break and strong strands don't fall out. Then the third way, Miss Ready. She's ready to meet whomever you think is great for her. She's willing to let them in her heart, in her strand, and evaluate and see if they are correct. And then she's going to hold on tight. Not saying you ain't got to do nothing to make the moisture stay, but she's more receptive to allowing the moisture to stay. Let me know down below which girlfriend you got and how stink she be acting sometime. It's funny, right? But it's literally this way. Your strands basically have a personality. And when she has a personality, you got to cater to her. You got to give her what she needs in order for her to give you back what you need. If you want her to hold that style, you want her to hold that moisture, you want her to be popping, you got to give her the tools that she needs in order to make sure it's popping. It's just like relationships. In order for your partner to get what they need to give you what you need. And if you're not being fulfilled, more than likely you're going to step on off. And that's exactly what's going to happen to your strands. If they not being fulfilled with moisture, they're going to step right on off your scalp. And we don't want that, right? So I hope this video brought you a little bit more clarity into hair porosity and how it can better help you understand what your porosity is, so that you can help fulfill your hair with the moisture that it's looking for. So make sure you tune in to my next video, because in the next video I tell you how to apply knowing what your moisture is and what you need to do when you learn what your specific moisture is. And if you want to go a little bit more in depth, make sure you go to my website growmyedges.com and check out the free hair growth blueprint, where I give you more in-depth information of tests that you can do to try to figure out your hair porosity, as well as your density, as well as your texture. And if you're looking for a more handheld approach, make sure you check out my Push Through program, which is a 6-week course where I go in depth and help you to learn the who, the what, the why, the when, the where of your hair loss, and how to successfully reverse it back within 45 days or your money back guaranteed. Also, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at My Hair Confidant or The Natural Hair Confidant. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, I wish you the most growth. Take care. Bye-bye.